Hi everyone, my name is Christian Shea, and today I'm going to show you how to install and get started with Oracle AI Database 26AI Free for Windows. Oracle AI Database 26AI Free for Windows is free of charge and is easy to install and get started. You can try out new features including the latest AI innovations such as AI vector search, Onyx embedding models, Select AI for natural language queries, popular agentic AI frameworks, and much more. I'll include some links in the description of this video, so if you want, you can learn more about these features. To get started, let's open your web browser and navigate to oracle.com/database/free. Then click on the Get Started tab and scroll down to the Windows Download section. Once you get there, click on the link to download, and that will download a zip file. And then extract the contents of that zip file into the directory of your choice. But before you run setup.exe to launch the installer, let's talk about some of the installation prerequisites. First of all, the user installing the database must be a direct member of the administrators group. If you're logged in as a domain user, make sure you're on a network that can reach the domain server. Alternately, you can create a local user and add that user to the local administrators group. Then you can log in and install as that local user. Also, with regards to the installation directory, Oracle recommends that you accept the suggested installation location or enter an installation path consisting of directories that do not exist yet. The installation directory and any of its parents' directories other than the root directory, such as C:// cannot be modifiable by the authenticated users group. Now, there's no need for you to manually check your directories for these privileges. The installer will warn you if there's a problem and will offer to change the permissions for you. And finally, if you're a new Oracle user, you can ignore these last prerequisites. But otherwise, you'll need to make sure to temporarily unset any Oracle_home and TNS_admin environment variables at the system level. And there must not be any Express Edition or AI Database free Windows services already on the machine. Okay, let's go back to where you unzip those files and let's run setup.exe to launch the installer. Once the installer launches, click Next on the splash screen, accept the license agreement, and then select the location where you would like to install. As I mentioned earlier, Oracle recommends that you accept the default location, but if you choose a different location and receive a warning, just follow the instructions on the warning to resolve the issue. Next, enter the database password. This password will be used for the sys, system, and PDB admin accounts. And finally, on the summary screen, recheck your selections and then click Install. The installation should take between 20 and 30 minutes depending on your system. On the final screen, you'll see some connection strings. Please note them down, but most of the time you'll be using the pluggable database connection string. When you're done, click Finish. Now let's open SQL Plus and access the database. To do that, click on the Start button in Windows and scroll down to the Oracle folder, and then click on SQL Plus. When SQL Plus launches, type / as sysdba and then press Return. Note that whoever installed this database will automatically have sysdba privileges and will not have to connect with a password. Now let's get a list of pluggable databases on this system. To do that, we type select name from $PDBs. And you can see that free PDB1 is one of our pluggable databases. And so let's connect to it by typing connect sys /password at hostname : the port number 1521 /free PDB1 as sysdba. Okay, let's create a new user. We'll type create user, demo user, identified by password, default table space, users, quota unlimited on users. And then we'll grant some privileges. So grant create session, create table to demo user. And now let's connect as demo user. I'll clear the screen. Okay, connect demo user / password at the host name, the port number, / free PDB1. And note that you can use this connection format to connect to remote databases too. You just change the host name to match the remote database server. Now let's create a table. Create table, test table, test call number. And let's insert some data. So insert into test table values 1111. And then we'll commit it and try a select statement. Select star from test table. And there's the result. Now I'm going to show you how to start up and shut down the database using Windows services. So go to the search bar in Windows and type in services and then open them. In the services window, scroll down and find the service Oracle Service Free. And then if you right click, you can stop the service, which will also stop the database. And similarly, you can right click and start the database. And you can also use this to control whether or not the database starts up when Windows starts up. To do that, right click and choose Properties and set the startup type for manual if you don't want the database to start up with Windows, and automatic if you do want the database to start up when Windows starts up. And one final tip I'd like to share with you that might help you during troubleshooting is that you can type lsnrctl status, listener control status, from a command prompt. And this will give you all kinds of useful information. For example, it will tell you the host name and port number that are being listened on. It will tell you the location of the listener.aura parameter file and the alert log. And it will also tell you if your database services successfully started. So in our case, free and free PDB1 both successfully started. And with that, I'd like to thank you for watching my video, and I sincerely hope it helped you get started with Oracle AI Database Free 26AI on Windows. Have fun!